Tokyo's maze of public transport is difficult to navigate. My advice is to look at the poison green line of Yamanote. It covers major tourist attractions in Tokyo and is the easiest to remember. Therefore, you do not need your Wi-Fi or Google Map. If you want to use an app, I would recommend the Japan Travel app or just Google Map. The Yamanote line circle goes clockwise and anti-clockwise through Tokyo. In this series, I review in every video one station of the Yamanote line, and today is Hamamatsu-Cho, a rather old station with lots of small corridors going in various directions. But remember, once you arrive at the station in Tokyo, just go to a map, take a look where you are, and then it's easy to navigate where you want to go. Every station is perfectly described in Tokyo. 20 years ago it was a different story. Everything was written in Japanese and it was very difficult to get around. But these days it's so much easier. This station is very convenient because the monorail is going here. The monorail goes from here to Haneda Airport. But remember, take the right entrance, because if you have luggage you need a lift. You need maybe an escalator or whatsoever. So just ask the staff before you enter the station. Where's the best entrance? I have been many times to Hamamatsu station because of the Tsujoji temple. And the last time I went last year on Tanabata. It's one of the most photogenic temples here in Tokyo. And it had a nice tradition to send sky lanterns. This was done until maybe 2010 or 2011, I can't really remember. Today they have a different tradition, and what they're doing, they recreate the Milky Way on Tanabata with paper lantern. The temple is maybe 10 minutes from Hamamatsu station, and just behind the temple is the Tokyo Tower. I don't cover here the Tokyo Tower because there are so many videos about it. The Yamanote line is very old, 1885, and the Tokyo Tower is built in or opened in 1958. So there are many YouTube videos from in the past 20 years and many experience on TripAdvisor, etc. What I recommend to go on a day when Sozoji has an event. I posted the link for the events in the description of this video. Take a look if you come in May, in June, July. Every month they have events for visitors or tourists, and it's a really, really nice temple. I love to go at night because it's lit up, whatever it is, even if there is no event, it's nice to see. On the day when I went, it was 2nd of April, and they had some service at the temple. A lot of Japanese came in kimonos, and I was first wondering what was going on, but it was a ceremony for the temple. I didn't really know at that time, and it was really nice. You have really great opportunities to maybe photograph somebody in a kimono. However, times changed here in Japan because there are 30 million visitors coming every year now this year to Japan. And recently, I don't know if you have heard about it, in Kyoto, the Gion quarter, parts of this geisha district is closed to tourists because tourists started to photographing geishas and basically bothered them a lot because they just jumped in front of them or whatsoever. I think the best is to have a long lens if you want to photograph and try to not be in the face of the people. And then you have to remember, putting these photos online, you usually need the consent of the person to put these photos online. Another thing is when I arrived here in Japan, in Yokohama first, there were a lot of maids. And today you have the maid cafes in Tokyo. They were happy to participate in photographing. And there was no problem with it. But by today, there is a big problem because people take their photos and make really bad comments online about them. So nobody wants their face online and then somebody makes a bad comment about them. Don't make fun of anybody if you put the photos online, first of all. And secondly, try to get the consent. You just asked, Shashin o totemo ii desu ka? And then they say yes or no. And usually what I saw on that day when I went to Zojoji temple, that they like to participate. I think they're really proud of it. But I felt also, I was with my camera there, that people watched me and what I'm photographing. They were very particular about it because there were a lot of little stalls on the side because it was a festival. You could buy nuts and other treats. But I really had the feeling they were watching me, and so I do not misbehave or take photos which are inappropriate. Let's say it this way. So I photographed always from behind and got some really nice photos as you can see here. Yeah, that's one thing. I think most of the people know how to behave, but there are still people who absolutely don't know how to behave in a temple area. Just think about if you go into a church or into a mosque, you just want to be respectful. And in generally speaking, do you want to participate in group photos with strangers? Maybe not. So I do not ask this. Especially, I liked children in kimonos, but I do not ask to take photos from the children because then I have to get a consent form and if I want to put them online. And even if I put them online, I have to mosaic the face out, which is a lot of work. As you can see here in my video, I took some photos, and I have to mosaic some out because I didn't get the consent. Generally speaking, it's a big issue now in Japan about this Kyoto Gion quarter. And I think it's really a pity that it comes to this, that it's forbidden to go there or off limits because people just cannot behave. On the other hand, there are lots of tourists. I went to Kamakura recently, Tokyo, Shibuya, I mentioned it in my last video, and Harajuku. It's just not worth it. I don't want to go there anymore. It's just super crazy. And you can find alternatives. So at the end of my series of the Yamanote line, I will make a video about the one which are very popular and lots of tourists, and a video about not so much tourists in Tokyo. And there are also nice temples. And then you have to think about go early, so there are not so many people, because if you photograph, there are tons of people in front of it. You want to have the photograph without people. Yes, you can edit them out with AI and blah blah blah, but it's work to do, and somehow everybody can say, oh, it's digital altered and it's not real and blah blah blah. So yeah, I got off the track of my Hamamatsu station from my Yamanote line. So what else? Yeah. If you go from Hamamatsu to Sozoji Temple and then Tokyo Tower, you can actually go further to Roppongi Hills. Roppongi Hills is also a very up-class shopping district and business district. I love it there. It's very popular with foreigners, Roppongi, also in the evening for entertainment. So actually you could spend the day or maybe the afternoon you go, you wake up late, and then the afternoon you go and visit this temple, Tokyo Tower, and then you go further to Roppongi Hills and end the evening there. What I have to say, the good thing in Tokyo about temples is they're open at 8 or 9. Perfect. Everything else, like museum, which you can find out also in Roppongi, are opening around 10. Everything what you do, I think best is to research and plan your day. And for me, since I do every station in Tokyo, I start my day when I start filming. I go to Tokyo Station and there is this lovely bakery. It's very crowded, so you have to go early. And the seats are also not the best, but the food, oh, the coffee, lovely. So I go there, get my croissant there or whatever what I want to eat on that day, and yeah, so I start my day there around 8, and then slowly I go to a temple or to a park or whatsoever. Yeah, what you also could do to go in the other direction to Odaiba, but I think it's too far and there are better ways to go there. Odaiba has Statue of Liberty in a smaller format, and yeah, there are many attractions. But this is for another video, and this video is only about Yamanote line stations, and which is close by, what you can do on one full day. Yeah, and that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I have a little surprise this weekend for you, a video about what you can do in July, and you most probably really enjoy that. So if you plan your travel in July, please tune in on Saturday or Sunday. It's not live because no, I can't do that. I tried one time, it was too loud. Press the little notification bell so you get an update when I upload the video. Okay, that's it for today, and I see you in my next video. Bye!